Now's the time for the fall ritual.
Welcome to Fall Ritual Haunted Attraction Video Reviews 2020. Today I'm going to talk about Shocktoberfest out in Sinking Spring, PA in the Reading area. You can see they don't give you tickets, but they do give you like a wristband there. This is a place I haven't been to since 2009. It's a place I wanted to go back for some time now. This place was very, very chaotic. You're probably going to hear me use that word a lot throughout this review. Starting with just emailing the owner. I was talking to him through email. I asked what attractions were open because on the website it just looks like the hayride is open, and he said yes, the hayride, but it's now a walkthrough. So I assumed that only one out of the 5 attractions were open, but turns out that all 5 attractions are open. As far as getting tickets, that was another answer I just couldn't, or another question I couldn't get the answer to. I asked the owner, do I have to buy tickets online or is the ticket booth open? I never got a reply. I messaged the Shocktoberfest Facebook. About 3 or 4 days later, I got a reply with like, all questions please send to this email. So it's like the person running couldn't even tell me if tickets were sold online only or if the ticket booth was open. Took my chances. Turns out that the ticket booth is open. They say they have limited tickets per time slot, but I mean, how can you control that when people are just coming up to the ticket booth, coming and going as they please? So I don't know how they're limiting tickets, how many tickets are sold per time slot. I have no idea. The whole thing was just so disorganized, it seemed. So surprised to see that all 5 attractions were open. I was only expecting to do one. But we got tickets for all 5. When we immediately got there, going in line, we noticed quite a bit of people not wearing masks. People in like the ticket line not wearing masks, people just walking around not wearing masks. And no one from Shocktoberfest, no employee or staff member seemed to be enforcing these rules. They have rules posted everywhere about social distancing, wearing face masks, all this. Nothing seemed to be enforced whatsoever. So we get our tickets and we're going, and Shocktoberfest has a weird layout. It's not like most haunts where there's just one giant like midway area and like the attractions are like broken off from that midway area. This is like very long and narrow. It almost reminds me of like a state fair or almost like a boardwalk where it's just like you start at the ticket booth and then you just keep walking. There's no real like midway common area to go to. We did the hayride first, which said is now a walkthrough. And again, there was just no. So we see the sign, it's called the Zombie Safari Tour. So we see that sign, and there are 2 lines. There's the VIP and the general admission, but no staff member was at that. And so it was like, if you didn't read the sign, you really didn't know where to go. Usually there's an employee working there telling you where to go, making sure you're going in the right line. So we got up to the line. It wasn't that long of a line. but nobody really social distancing in a line. Just because there's no markers doesn't mean that you don't have to be on top of someone. You know, you should know what 6 feet is. So that was kind of like, these people aren't wearing masks, they're not social distancing. This is kind of like, what's going on here? They let us in, just me and my girlfriend. They do let just your group in at a time, which was nice. But going through the hayride, there wasn't many actors, and a lot of the sets, I can't remember from like the last time I was there, but I would imagine there's a lot of props, and if there's no one running these props, they didn't have them, so a lot of sets just kind of seemed empty. Also, the timing was really off. Like, we would walk past one set, and like we'd hear something go off, we'd miss it, and then the group behind us, they weren't even at that set yet, so they missed like this timing thing, which is a result of, like, you don't know how fast or slow someone's going to walk. You know, it's not like controlled if you have a wagon. But even the actors that were in there I mean, nothing stood out for me. They just all kind of just ran past you screaming and hollering, you know, nothing really great. The actors there weren't nothing great. They just kind of seemed to, you know, try to give you a little good scare and then just run off. It was a pretty long walk though. I would say it was probably about a half mile, 3/4 of a mile walk. And it was a beautiful fall night, so that was really nice. But it was weird. It was weird. I do love, you know, sitting in like a hay wagon and being pulled through these sets. And then I was thinking, well, it would just be like a trail then. But no, like a trail, you're going to get tons of stuff. You know, now that it's a hayride, there's a lot of emptiness in between each scene that you're just kind of just walking past woods and there's nothing going on. So by the time we got done the hayride, just seeing all the people there, no rules being followed. My girlfriend really didn't want to do anything else. So I decided to do the prison, which I remember from last time I was there, the prison being the best. So I do want to go out and see that attraction. I asked the guy, I noticed there was a bus that takes you from the prison line over to the actual prison attraction. I asked the guy in the hayride line, do I need to get on the bus or can I just walk over? Because you can see the prison attraction from where you are. It's not like a far walk, and you actually have to walk back when you're done. So I asked, the guy didn't know, he had to call someone and says, no, you have to go on the bus. Okay, so go on the bus. There was only maybe about, at the most, 10 of us on the bus ride over there. Go into the line. The actor outside of the prison did say that all masks need to be worn while going through it, and all the actors were wearing masks and everything, so that was good to see. I just wish they enforced it on the guests that were there. And they did let you in, just your group alone. Now it was just me, so I did go with the 2 people that were behind me, which is fine. They were wearing masks, so, and you know, I had no problem with going with those 2 people. So the prison is really, really awesome. I will say that about this place. This prison is one of the best I've seen. Just the set designs for this place. You go in and there's this, like, the slowest strobe light, and it's just like, it's bright and then all of a sudden the lights go out, and then it's bright and then all of a sudden the lights go out, and it's just, so you're walking and it's bright and then all of a sudden you can't see. and then they come on, and then there's an actor there, and it's just really, really awesome what they do. And there's this one set, there's just these bloody sheets hanging. It's just really detailed, really good. Actors were okay. They were better in the prison than they were on the hayride. There seemed to be quite a few actors in there, all wearing masks, all keeping their distance, which was good to see. At least someone in that attraction was, following guidelines. It was good to see the actors doing that. There is a lot of fog in the prison, which is awesome. There's one part you're going to go upstairs, you're going to go like around like these prison cells, and then back downstairs. There's a ton of fog, which is awesome. So the prison really was the pretty much highlight of this whole attraction, whole experience of going out there. And once you're done the prison, you're gonna walk back to the other attractions, which I don't understand why. If you walk back from it, why you can't just walk to it? They probably could just eliminate that bus ride, because it's not like a very long bus ride or anything. But I'd imagine when it gets busy, it's gonna get packed in that bus. But after that, after the prison, I noticed there were no like porta potties anywhere, or anywhere to go to the bathroom. Now I noticed down at the ticket booth area, it did have a sign that said restrooms like around the back of the ticket booth. But like I said, this is such a long, narrow haunt that if you're out by like the hayride and prison, you got to walk all the way back to the ticket booth, I guess, to use the bathroom, and then go back. So I thought that was really odd. And not to carry on too much about the no mask things, but what really disturbed me and what kind of pushed me over the edge of this place was when I saw people serving food, the people working at the food stations not wearing masks. That just kind of made me cringe a bit. And not that I was planning on getting food there, but after that, I'm like, yeah, no. It's just the lack of organization and setting rules in the place just kind of put a damper on the whole thing. It's kind of like, all right, I'm just kind of done here. I did want to check out the unknown attraction. I knew my girlfriend didn't want to do that. I looked at the line, I picked in, looked at the line. It wasn't that long. So I said, oh, this shouldn't take too long. But again, there was no staff member directing people where to go. So I'm standing in line, and I see all these people going down the line, what would be the VIP, but they didn't have VIP tickets because no one told them where to go. So they started cutting through. I was waiting in that line for a good 15, 20 minutes, and I didn't even move. And just people started cutting in line and stuff. I'm like, I'm done. So I didn't even check out that attraction. The laser tag they had, the ground assault zombie laser tag, I knew I didn't even want to do that. Then seeing how unclean, I guess, everything was, I knew those laser guns were not getting cleaned or disinfected or anything. So no way was I going to touch them. And the line for the Midway Massacre was pretty long, and if it was anything like the line at the Unknown, I knew I'd be waiting a while. So after that, we just called it a night, saying the prison was good. Everything else just seemed to be so chaotic and disorganized. I don't know. I guess if you're gonna go, be prepared, be cautious. Definitely take your own bottle of hand sanitizer. I only saw one hand sanitizing station. That was out by the prison. That was it. They do have food. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that since no one was wearing face masks or gloves or anything. They have games. I think all the escape rooms and stuff were closed, but you go, just be careful, be smart. I would say get there super early if you want to avoid people. But Shocktoberfest, check it out if you dare. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the subscribers. You can find me on Instagram at Fall Ritual. You can find me on Facebook, Fall Ritual. Thank you for watching.